Now it's time for Desktop Discussions.
Hey folks, Sir Charles Carey here with another desktop discussion. And today, in my humble opinion, I've got a live one for you. So we're going to get started. We're going to jump right in. I just want to calm down this music so we can just start the program. But listen, you may have seen the title, and the title says, Mentors Say It all the time, right? But the thing is, are you listening and do you believe it? See, that's just one perspective, but mentors do say it. But I even want to correct myself. Real mentors say it. And the thing is, don't quit. That's what a real mentor would tell you. And let me just tell you why I'm speaking on this topic first and foremost. I stayed up late last night. And to be very honest with you, I've been on this journey. I've been going to the gym 3 times a week. I've been doing what I got to do. I've been staying at it. I've been staying diligent, staying committed. And today, actually, let me be even more honest. I knew last night that I was at the fork in the road. I did not feel like getting up, and I did not feel like going to the gym. And it hit me that, you know what? You made this public announcement and you need to get your butt up and go. And even though I made that public announcement, that wasn't the complete reason why I went anyway. That's right. I went anyway, kind of kicking and screaming, knowing that I didn't want to go, knowing that I didn't want to be there. And the reason why I did it was because it's for my benefit. Now, I was tired. Like I said, I stayed up late. I didn't have adequate rest. I didn't take my vitamins. I didn't have breakfast or even something light so any kind of light food fuel to burn off. So I went in there raw and I got through it. And it made me remember the fact that, I've had mentors that have told me, just don't quit. Now, they were talking about my speaking business. I'm very well liked. People like my style, my approach. I've done a lot of speaking, and they told me early on in my speaking career, my mentors, they said, don't quit. I'm talking about Del Toro, I'm talking about Dr. Jolly. And the reason why they told me is obviously to me, they saw something in me and they knew and they know what it took and what it takes to make this thing work. And that was sort of a resounding thought and memory in my mind. Don't quit. So I am very grateful that I've had them in my life and that they imparted those words to me. And when you meet people of that caliber, it doesn't have to be them, but of that caliber that have shared that with you, it's something to really take seriously, because let's unpack it and write these things down as it hits you. And if you have questions or you feel differently about it, please, by all means, post your comments. I love to hear what you have to say. I love to get your feedback, because I do understand that sometimes it's difficult as an entrepreneur, and it's difficult in our careers to just keep forging on forward. But the thing is, when a mentor tells you don't quit, why is it so impactful? Well, number one, if they are a real mentor and they've become a real friend, they know that if you don't quit, that's good for you. They have no vested interest, no vested financial interest in your success. Now, it may be in parts here and there because of them, things they may have shared with you, things that you've adopted in your business practice. Yes, that is a value, and that does have something to do with, the connection between you and them. But here's the real truth: they don't actually benefit from it. Now, if they're speaking about it, yeah, Someone may hear them say, yeah, I worked with Sir Charles Carey, and he wrote 7 books, and one of his books is an Amazon bestseller. The other books is a best-selling series. Okay, yes, that does help people in his audience maybe become more attracted to him, right? However, he has no vested interest in the money that I make. He's not going to be responsible for the income that I generate. He may help me as a friend, he may help me as a colleague, but he's being honest when he says, don't quit. And that's something that we don't really realize. And sometimes it is the journey that we need to appreciate and that we need to endure. And understandably so, it's a difficult journey at times, like going to the gym this morning. It was difficult. I got up and I drove about, I don't know, 10, 15 miles, if that much, I don't know. And I got my workout on. I was tired. And afterwards, I was glad that I did it because I didn't quit on me. And, it's also part of paying dues. So if you got the journey, you've got paying dues. Those are 2 separate but connected incidents or aspects of getting where you want and doing what you want to do. See, the reason I'm going to the gym is so that I can be healthier. It's not so much so that I can look good in my suits. That will be great. That's a benefit. That's a bonus. But I just want to be a healthier version of me, which helps me become the best version of me. And it doesn't matter the industry. You don't have to be a speaker. You don't have to be an author. You can be an office manager. You could be going for another grade. You could be an electrician. It doesn't matter the industry or the profession. Not quitting is really important for you, the individual, because you have to also remember that there are people watching you. There are people that are zoomed in or tied to your success, regardless of what industry or profession that you're involved in. And a lot of times people don't realize that, wow, if they see you do it, they may be influenced or encouraged to do the same thing as well. And, like I said, I was at a fork in the road when it comes to going to the gym. And it could be the same thing as it relates to writing your book, as it relates to filling out an application for a job, as it relates to throwing your name in the hat to speak on a platform as a new speaker or as a new author. That fork in the road can be very telling. The fact that you are acknowledging the fork in the road is real. And some people may say there should never be no fork in the road. You should just steam, pile, and drive forward. Yeah, that's true. You should. But if you're a human being, there are going to be times when you may be filled with doubt or that you consider doubtful thoughts and on your actions. And that's really, I'm calling it the honeymoon phase because for me, with this workout thing, it's been about a month and a half. And okay, that new thing, it can get old quick. And if it gets old quick enough in your mind and in your heart, we toss it. We don't complete it. This is one of the many reasons why New Year's resolutions fail so many people. And I don't talk about New Year's resolutions. I talk about New Year's solutions. And the reason why is because if you think about just changing things, no, think about the overall answer. What are you going to do different at the beginning of the next year or the fiscal year or whatever it may be? Think of it in those terms. Because when we talk about mending something, well, it's obvious it can get broken again. But if you talk about starting something, normally you don't think about the fact that it might break. You're just thinking about all the success and all the possibilities, all the potential with starting this new venture. And that's why it's really important. See, being in the honeymoon phase or being at the halfway point is pivotal because we want to see a certain level of success. And I do. I want to see the weight go off. I want to see the stomach get flatter. I want to see more muscles, my arms and my chest and, my back. I want my waist to, get slimmer. But you know what? It's part of the journey. Sometimes we don't lose weight, we lose inches. Sometimes we don't lose inches, we lose weight. Sometimes we lose all of the above. So, you have to see yourself as a person um, that you even respect. You have to be able to appreciate the full version of you. Or due to, how can I say this? Due to, I can't spit it out. Due to the totality of your circumstances, do you work with the person that you look at in the mirror every day? Do you respect them? Do you believe in them? Do you truly appreciate them? And if you do, you won't quit. Just like with music, you can always claim that every song you're starting to write, the words don't make sense, or you can't figure out what's a good rhythm or a good, a good beat, and you scrap it. Or it takes effort. You can sit there and work it out and make it make sense. Get into your silo and really be focused. So don't quit. And yes, if I was talking to you in a coffee shop, if I was talking to you or speaking with you in passing, the same things I'm saying to you now, I would say to you at those moments. And, I don't do a lot of online selling, and I probably should, because I've had so many people tell me how they like my stuff. And I have mentioned it. I'm not saying that I don't mention it and that I don't speak about it, but I don't push for you to buy my products and services. But here, look, don't quit, right? What's so hard about being you? Sometimes the answers that give you the umption, or the answers that you need because you lack the umption, is in books like this. Because I talk about things like self inventory. I talk about the lie. I talk about new rules. The lie simply is a part of the fact that things you were told when you grew up, that's not necessarily true. The fact that new rules, you may be the one to create a new pattern that can be adopted because you didn't rely on what the old school people said, what the old school thinkers and the old school teachers and our I guess the original mentors, mom and them. Not that they meant any harm, but the truth of the matter is they only knew what they knew. And as times changes, so do best practices, so do different approaches. They change. And as things change, you have to change with the times, because if you do things the same old way that you always done them, you're always going to get the same old results. So you have to be willing and a bit flexible, a bit agile, if you will, to be open to learning new things, how to say things differently, how to do things differently, how to think of things differently. Is that possible? Is that, something that I can do? And I talk about those things in this book. What's so hard about being you? And like most stuff that I do, most stuff that I do is available, discounted. So I'm going to encourage you, go to the site and get the book. What's so hard about being you? If you see something else that you like, take advantage of it. But it's not about this so much as about the fact that I woke up and I didn't feel like doing it. I did not feel like moving forward. Yet I did it anyway. I pushed myself to work out. I pushed myself to get out of my comfort zone. I pushed myself to get out of the bed and do what I need to do. Now, like I said before, I shouldn't say mentors, they always do it, or mentors say it, because all mentors don't say it. But a real mentor will tell you, just as I'm telling you, don't quit. I have no vested interest in your success if you choose not to quit. You will be the beneficiary of all the rewards, all the things that you're working towards if you don't quit. I can't sign that check. I cannot deposit that check. It's all about you. So, there's a lot of things, or a lot more things I can say, but I just want to encourage you to go to the website, pick up the copy of the What's So Hard About Being You. Think about what I'm saying. Think about the notes that I'm hoping you've taken some good notes. Think about the notes that you've taken and look in the mirror and be honest with yourself. Am I a quitter? Am I quitting on me? What am I doing? What aren't I do? What am I not doing? You have to be willing to be honest with yourself so that you can get the results. Sometimes you cannot be easy on you. You have to be tougher on you than maybe other people would be. Not all the time, but in crucial times. So, like I said, leave your comments. I'd love to hear what it is that you may have to say, what it is that you're thinking, what it is that you're feeling, and I would love an opportunity to get back to you. But by all means, you always got to radiate the brain and change the game. And if you think that there's something that I'm sharing will make a difference in your life, take advantage of it. You don't even have to tell me. Just go out there and do it. Make it happen, because you're more than capable of getting the results you want if you just believe, if you apply in yourself, if you do all the small things that make the big things possible. I know it can happen because I've experienced it myself. You know the rest, folks. We'll see you.